Did you know that 60 to 80% of expats experience culture shock, homesickness, or loneliness some point in their journey? Let's talk about the real struggles of living abroad that no one warns you about. एक और secret बताऊं, visiting a country versus living in that same country, ये दो बहुत different scenarios हैं. When you visit a country as a tourist, सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा लगता है, but आप जब उस शहर में रहते हो, that's a whole different concept. I'm Paras, and this channel is all about helping Indians abroad. So let's get started. The glamorous expectations versus reality. We dream of exciting adventures, better job opportunities, and clean and pollution-free living. But behind those Instagrammable photographs, there is whole other side जिसके बारे में NRIs ज़्यादा discuss करते नहीं हैं. Insecurity about the future, which is also visa-related. This is the most stressful part. If you are on a work visa or student visa, bloody एक चीज खरीदने के लिए आपको सोचना पड़ता है कि यार वीजा खत्म हो जाएगा या कभी भी घर जाना पड़ सकता है. Is it worth buying? क्या इसको मैं buy करूं? सोफा है या टीवी है, ये बिक जाएगा क्या? This is the biggest stress that you cannot live up to your lifestyle. One more thing is many spouse visas doesn't allow your partner to work, and that can be very depressing to your partner. Professional setbacks. Many times Indian degrees are not accepted in professional settings. So you may have to study again to advance professionally. मेरे दो cousins हैं who are doctors from the top Indian universities, but they had to take certain American exams and learn new things before they can practice medicine in the US. And at times there's a workplace discrimination too. क्या पता हमारे स्किन कलर की वजह से या हमको आउटसाइडर सोचते हैं या सोचते हैं कि यार हम उनकी जॉब ले रहे हैं. This experience makes us think world is not fair. Financial insecurities. Friends, inflation is at the top, especially after COVID. सब कुछ इतना महंगा हो गया है, cost of living has gone up to the roof. Basic खर्चे आपके groceries, rent, petrol, everything has gone up. Plus adjusting to different financials, tax system and health insurances. If someone is earning less than expected and top of it अगर उसको इंडिया पैसे भेजने पड़ते हैं, that can be a very stressful thing. Savings भी नहीं होती है and there's an expectations from India कि यार बाहर रहता है तो पैसे भेजेगा and must be living a good life. But it can be something opposite. And on top of it, if you're a student, आपकी tuition fees, cost of living and plus अगर आपने लोन लिया हुआ है इंडिया से just to come abroad and study, that can be very stressful. Mental impact. Loneliness and guilt of being away from friends and family. What no one tells you is how lonely it can be living abroad. Making friends as an adult in a foreign land isn't easy as it looks. इतना आसान नहीं है. And at times you end up feeling more isolated than ever before. और आप लाइफ के कुछ मेजर इवेंट्स भी मिस कर देते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इंडिया में फ्यूनरल है या मैरिज है या बर्थडे पार्टी है. You feel like you are missed out. कोविड में कुछ ऐसा ही हुआ था. One of my friend in US couldn't attend her dad's funeral in India just because of the green card process. The guilt of being away can weigh heavily, and at times you wonder, is it really worth? Our last point, cultural shock. जब कोई देसी बंदा फर्स्ट टाइम बाहर आता है, especially if that person is from the small town or village या गांव से है, उसके लिए एक दूसरा ही planet खुल जाता है. And trust me, culture shock is very much real. Food habits. Welcome to the world of no masala. Imagine walking into a non-Indian restaurant and you see a lot of food options, different country, different cultures and different dishes you have never heard of, and none of these dishes is having garam masala. Starting में थोड़ा सा overwhelming लग सकता है. एक छोटा सा किस्सा बताता हूँ. एक बार मैं Domino's गया था with my friend who was very brand new in Sydney, and we went to Domino's, we ordered pizza, and guess what she asked there? She asked for oregano. And then luckily, Domino's का staff था वो Indian ही था, Indian students थे, and the guy started laughing and said, यहाँ पे oregano नहीं मिलता है and it's not India. Different types of people, a colorful world just like rainbow. In India, we are mostly used to see only one skin color, that is brown color. ठीक है, skin का tone गोरा काला होता है, but still a brown color. But abroad, suddenly the whole spectrum of the world opens up, and it can be like a rainbow. काले से गोरा या Asian pale skin, आपको हर type के लोग देखने लग जाएंगे. And this visual diversity can be a real eye-opener. But इसका मतलब ये भी है कि you will get to see a lot of different cultures at once. Religion, where Hinduism is not the default. In India, majority of people follow Hinduism. जैसे ही बाहर निकलते हैं, मंदिर की घंटी सुनाई दे रही है या कीर्तन सुनाई दे रहा है. But here, it's a whole different thing. As you step out, you started to see church, mosque, temple, and even ISKCON temple as well. और आपका neighborhood पूरा diverse हो जाता है. आपका पड़ोसी मुस्लिम होगा, आपका यहाँ वाला पड़ोसी Jewish होगा, मेरे पड़ोसी Lebanese हैं. It's a beautiful but yet unfamiliar side, and it is this part what makes world so fascinating. Now I'm going to tell you how to cope up with all these stressful situations. The good news is you're not alone. There are ways to cope up with all these challenges. अपने friends and family के साथ connected रहो, virtually as well as physically. Don't live abroad physically where your mind is always in India. Go out, make new friends. You really don't have to stick with only Indian community. You'll be very surprised to know how many new experiences and friends you can make who are non-Indians. Join expat groups, local clubs, and cultural community. Recently, I joined this volleyball group who always plays on the weekends at Bondi Beach. अभी मैंने join किया, इतना अच्छा लगता है. And the most amazing part is, वहाँ पे हर बंदा हर country से है. But we all love volleyball and it's fun. It's good to socialize and make new friends. This point is very important. Prioritize your mental health. दिमाग को शांत और ठीक रखना बहुत जरूरी हो गया आज की डेट में, because this is where it's leading to depression, anxiety and feeling lonely, and it's not a good experience to get sick overseas. And the last point is embrace the journey by balancing expectations. First of all, go out with an open mind. Don't be too rigid कि मैं यही करूँगा या मैं वही करूँगा. Just be open and see what the world has to offer you. Embrace the local culture, customs and traditions. You will really love it, I'm sure. I know, my friends, living abroad is not easy, but it has its own rewards. It can also bring you growth financially, professionally and personally. Your children will definitely thank you for this. But अगर आप lonely feel करते हैं, please don't think that way. इसके लिए मैंने separate video बना रखी है, which is here at the side. And please do watch it. You will really feel good. And remember, the hard times will pass. Friends, if you have moved overseas, what are your challenges you face which no one told you about? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Until then, see you in the next one.